everyone. Good evening. My name is Fatima Mohammed once again, and I'm from Ghana. I will be engaging you as you enjoy your dinner. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm basically here to talk about just three things. Why I'm here in Washington, D.C., and then what I've been doing as an exchange student or as an alumni, and then I will be reading my impact stories to you too. Okay. So unlike most of you who are here just for this conference, I was here for a Kennedy-Lugar workshop, which started on Monday and ended on Thursday. I came in to meet a lot of amazing change makers from most countries. We met, we sat together, we learned together, and we all taken a lot of values back home to help our communities. And I'm really glad I could do that. And then as a class, I get to be with you as for this conference too, which has been exciting so far. Moving forward, I just wanted to share with you something small that Yes Alumni has been doing in Ghana. We have been involved in several projects, but our recent and one of the biggest projects we have done is called the Yes for Peace. The Yes for Peace project. So Yes basically standing for the same Yes we know, Youth Exchange and for Peace project. Yes for Peace project is a project by Yes Alumni, all about peace in Ghana. We all know that Ghana so far hasn't had any war with election or anything, but last year the situation was a bit scary, changing. Everybody was scared that there may actually be a war after the elections because people were tired of government and a lot of issues, So the environment wasn't as safe or as calm as it has always been during elections. So the need for a project to bring peace. So we alumni came out with this project that we called Yes for Peace. And basically what we did was, the project was in three phases. It was actually a project for the youth because we realized that no politician would come out and hold a gun himself. They would buy the guns and give it to the youth to come and fight on their behalf. So if there is anyone we have to talk to, then it is the youth. So our target was the youth of Ghana because we believe that they are using us for their own selfish gains, and we were tired of that. We weren't going to start a fight in Ghana for anyone. The project was in three phases. The first phase was with senior high school students. We went in to talk to high school students as to their role as peace ambassadors, as to why they shouldn't be used as agents of violence in the country. Moving forward, the next phase was actually a huge session where we involved people from the universities and NGOs and people from what you would call here as ghettos, like what you call here as ghettos. Back in Ghana, we call them the Zongos, so I won't use ghetto, but I'll use the Zongo. So these are the youth that mostly they go in for because they have less education or no education, they have not much jobs to do, so the little thing they buy for them, they just start them off and they just want to go and do whatever they want for them. So what we did was, we brought these people from the Zongo, totally different, like some couldn't even speak English, to a program at my university to meet with students of the university and other religious organizations. The purpose was to bring them all under one roof, to let them understand how, even though you are different, you can actually work together and do something great. So they came with difference and everything, but they had projects to work on. They started in different groups, like everybody didn't know whoever was in their group. And the most interesting thing of the group were diversity. Everybody on the group, there were several groups and everybody there was just different from each other. We gave them tasks to work on, and then it was just marvelous. We realized that they all could work together and bring out a result. So the take home was that regardless of your difference, Language was a barrier during discussion, understanding was a barrier, but they could bridge all these and still bring out results. So regardless of your difference, you can actually contribute to something good. So why would you be used for agents of violence? So basically, I'll just show some pictures. Okay, so this was one of our workshop engaging students, engaging the people of the Zongo and the university students as to their roles as the youth of Ghana, so that the peace in Ghana would be maintained. This was my team as we embarked on the project. This was after one of our projects, and we preached charity to the students. So what we did was, after the workshop, we now had a larger resources. We now had people who were buying into our vision of peace. Because we were small, we volunteers are small, so now we had a workshop to bring everybody together, and then we used these people to go into the town to preach to people, like the cities to preach to a larger audience. So the message that was, the impact was that if these people from the Zongos that we think are those who start the fight are telling us not to fight, then do we have any reason to fight at all? So that was the big message that we had, and that was really a good thing for us because yes, we made it. We were able to let them understand the essence of peace to the extent that they joined us in our campaign. So we created a larger pool from these people that we thought would start the fight to talk to everybody why they shouldn't be agents of violence. And thankfully, so we walked in the streets, we spoke to everyone we saw, we convinced everyone as to why they have to be good citizens and not go out there, as to why they should exercise their franchise peacefully and come back home, as to what Ghana means to us all, and as to what we would have if we have a peaceful Ghana. So these were some of the pictures for the project. This is my team. Yes. So thankfully, after elections, first day, everything was quiet, like there was peace. Second day, third day, so now we've not had any issues since the election was in December, and I think since we've gotten here, the new administration has really started working. I don't think there will be any war again, and I'm really thankful to my team and Colliers for giving us this opportunity to do this for Ghana. Moving forward, I would just like to read my impact story to you all. I do hope you all enjoy it. So the story is entitled From Home to Home. 6 years down the road, I'm always surprised by the magnitude of impact that my one-year intercultural experience has had on several aspects of my life. Growing up, making decisions and planning for my future. As ignorant and dependent as I was 6 years ago, leaving Ghana for the US was like moving to a new world. As the closest I've ever thought I would come to the US was in movies on my TV screen. Well, I had a very mixed feeling. One, I was excited for this new adventure, but then I was really scared of putting it into this new environment. I was really scared of leaving my parents and my comfort zone. My first day with my host parents still appears like a movie. The long ride home with my new family, the great view, the dog barking welcome. I remember the walk with my host parents to my liaison's house. I remember the lemonade I had there, how refreshing it was for me. I remember speaking too much English that made my head ache. Indeed, it was a great initiation to a life-changing year. My exchange year exposed me to a culture of volunteerism and giving back to the society. An experience I hold in high esteem and will forever be grateful for. From helping out in organic farmhouse with my host mom, helping the elderly and tutoring school kids with Volunteer Sherwood Club, to serving at soup kitchens. Coming back home, I assessed that with the development gap, Ghana needs more volunteerism as there is much to be done, whether small or big, to make greater impact. I have since then been working with several social organizations, implementing several projects and volunteering whenever I can. I've been involved in teaching and mentoring projects, peace building, water provision and waste management projects, working with local and international organizations. Growing up, I'd always wanted to do something related to business. During my exchange year, I met Mr. Sean Cummins. He was the husband of my liaison. Aside his family's relentless efforts to make sure I had a great exchange year, he was a great role model. He was a great role model to me as he did excellently in his profession as a dedicated international businessman. I just wanted to do what he did. So I decided to be an international businesswoman in the future. I left the USA with determination and perseverance to achieve my dreams. Coming back to Ghana, in my utmost quest to give back to my country, I decided to alter my future career to something that is needed for developmental growth in the Ghanaian context. Hence, my decision to focus on agribusiness management. The vast gap between our agriculture and business has led to the underutilization of our natural resources. Currently, I hold a bachelor's degree in agribusiness management from a leading university in Ghana, and I'm preparing to further my education and take a profession in that field and help to solve the problems in that regard. My host community couldn't have been any better considering the fact that I couldn't ride a bicycle, and my host family and friends' efforts to teach me was fruitless. Well, the learning process was really fun though, I must admit. I could get to several places by foot, the community library, my school, my friend's house, and so on. And when I had to go somewhere far from home, my host parents were always more than glad to drive me around or arrange for drive for me to get back home. I had the privilege to give presentations about Ghana in several places, including the Kiwanis Club, African Studies Club in my school, and to one of the elementary schools in my community. It was cute to be asked by one elementary school student how I got to the US from Africa. Cuter was it his reaction to my answer: we have airplanes in Ghana. I mean, it's one. How can you get to Ghana? How can you get to the US by sea? Being asked questions about my background was always exciting for me. From my experience as an exchange student, I strongly believe that the larger peace that the world needs springs from understanding each other's differences and background. Since to every action has a reason, until we know the reasons, our reactions may always be biased. I lived in a multi-religious family. My host mom was a Quaker. My host dad was a Jew. And that was my first encounter with both religions. I practiced my religion in my host home freely, and I learned about theirs when the opportunity came. My host mom used to search for mosques around the community and took me there when she found one. I had dinner at a rabbi's house, I visited the synagogue, I sat in silence with Quakers, I observed Lutherans take communion, until now. I continue to meet different people with different views. I believe that the strength in acceptance and synergies is better than the energies we waste in differential conflicts. My host mom's encouragement to try new things, my host family's acceptance, my liaison's kindness, my host grandparents' love, my family's companionship, my teacher's support, my community's friendliness has taught me to love and accept all, to be strong and determined to achieve my goals, to impact positively on the lives of others and be thankful in all situations. It was a great exchange year with a lasting effect. I am grateful to all those who played a role in making this experience possible for me. I am a proud exchanger. That's my bigger family. I have host parents now, host grandparents, host uncles, host aunties, host nephews, cousins, everybody. This is my peace I'm passing to the world. The challenges I'm passing my peace to you, and I really do hope you pass it on to other people. Thank you so much.